With the kids back in school, has it been tough getting that math homework done? Are you sitting at the table all night going, come on, you can do it? So it's, of course, tough on the kids, which of course makes them frustrated, and maybe you as well. But there is help available. Please welcome Henry Dotson. He is of Mathnasium, and he's here to tell us how they can help. Good to see you, Henry.
Good to see you as well.
I'm excited. I'll definitely shake your hand. I'm a little nervous about the board behind us, but we're going to get to that in just a minute. But first, let's talk about what is Mathnasium.
Mathnasium is a math-only learning center. So we help students that are struggling with math get up to speed and get back on track with their math education.
And for so many parents out there who maybe does have a child struggling, it's difficult because we don't want our babies to, feel like they can't achieve what they can do. So how do you guys customize a plan for each student?
Sure, we start with an assessment. We need to figure out where the students are at. Then we create an individual learning plan for that student to shore up any gaps that they have in their math education. And then they come in, they work on their learning plan, they work on their homework so they can stay up with what they're doing in school, and we bring them right to where they need to be.
Oh, that's awesome. And getting the light bulb to come on a lot of times, Henry, I'm sure you've seen the light bulb come on for so many students, but they get anxious. I mean, math, let's face it, it's not the simplest subject. And how do you get kids over that hump of being fearful of math?
Sure. Well, we find that students don't actually hate math. They hate not understanding. And so with our method, we try to focus on teaching math in a way that kids can understand.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful setting. I've been into a couple of the Mathnasium centers, and it's just very customized. It's one-on-one. It's not a lot of students to one instructor. It's very personalized.
Very much so, yes. No more than 4 or 5 students for one instructor.
Okay, so you've brought an example. We're talking about percentages, and I mean, just the name percentages may make a lot of you a little bit nervous. Okay, so how do you break it down for a student to understand percentages?
Sure. So we can make percentages pretty painless. One thing that we don't typically learn about percent is that percent is actually 2 words brought together, and they have a meaning. Per is for each, and cent is 100. So when we get the word percent, it's for each 100.
Oh, that's already made it simple for us. I didn't even know that. Okay.
Right. So using that, we can use some number sense too. Instead of doing long, complex problems, we can actually just work with how the mind naturally works and solve some of these problems. So let's give it a try. We have 12% of 200.
Now to see that on a math problem, I would be intimidated, and I'm sure a lot of kids would too. How do they possibly get 12% of 200? So how do you make it simple?
Sure. So math, this is just a sentence. We can read this and convert it to English. 12 for each 100, as we found out percent means, of 200. So that means that for each 100, we're going to take 12. With 200, we have 2 groups of 100, so we have 2 groups of 12.
So that's 24.
And that's 24. 12% of 200 is 24.
Wow, so it's so much simpler to break it down like that, because then thinking about it as a whole number, so just break it down simple. So is this just one of the concepts that you guys do when it comes to teaching?
This is just one of the many math tips and tricks that we have for students that helps them to really gain confidence in their ability to do math and get through it quickly and easily.
I love that. The light bulb came on. Bing! That's awesome. Good for you. Well, this is great. And these centers are all across the valley, so you guys will help us one-on-one. And the kids can take their homework there too.
Yes,
so they're
they can
not
bring their
falling
homework,
behind as well. So wonderful to see you, Henry. Great advice. Mathnasium does have a special offer for our Sonoran Living Live viewers. You can get an assessment and 2 one-hour sessions for just $39. They have 12 Valley locations. To find the Mathnasium nearest you, go to mathnasium.com.